Let's keep this winning streak going.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And here early in the season, these two teams trying to overcome the injuries and hopefully get healthier down the stretch.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Young and Bogdanovic are the guards. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Marcus Sasser is out there with Jaden Ivey. And it's Duren in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, we know it's been tough to win in Detroit for the Pistons. They've changed coaches again. Just 2 playoff appearances, Shams, in the last 15 years for this very proud and historic franchise. But there is, I feel, as you look at that franchise, hope. Do you see it as well?
No question, and it really starts with Cade Cunningham. I'm told the Pistons organization had...
Right there!
He's checked in for Johnson.
Stop, sir.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Harris wide open. He shoots and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile That is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
For Detroit, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Free throw good. Sasser. Beasley's checked in for Thompson. Sasser hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Hunter on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Sasser. Bangs home the trifecta. Sasser's got 9 points. The Hawks trail by 4. Daniels kicks to Johnson. In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Johnson. Daniels passes to MP. Hunter with it. Over Hardaway. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Sasser. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Pistons on top, up by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Detroit.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And you make the most of second chance opportunities and you're in there and active, boy, that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Hardaway is out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Reed in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Stewart a screen. It's tipped. Here's MP. MP strong inside. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Pass to Capella. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside, Bogdanovich shoots the three. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, Bogdanovich coming right back down and going right back at him.
Now Hardaway, still scoreless. Reed a screen on Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich against Hardaway. Clock at 4, and he hits the jump shot. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
A silky smooth with that jumper. Hardaway Jr.'s mechanics are what make him so deadly.
MP against Stewart. Pass to Bufkin. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, not going to be an easy one for them. We know about the struggles they've had of late, and having to deal with the back end of the back-to-back is never fun.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Duran. Now Harris fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your... Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
Now, you can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Fires from way outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
You love to see this kind of chemistry. It's like our chemistry on the set. Everyone knows this rink.
You know what, Ernie, for once, I can't disagree with Shaq. It feels good to be the king.
I can't run away from this conversation fast enough. Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. All right, guys, Moto Man Trifecta And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key.
Atlanta making some changes. MP comes in for Rizachet. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Young. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Bogdanovich. Clint Capella is out there with MP. Then it's Daniels, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Pistons trailed by 5. Thompson in the corner. Back to Sasser. Pass to Harris. And the 3 ball is good. Harris has got 10 points in the game.
When you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there, Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Right through contact, MP.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck and middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thompson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ivy's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Capella, the pass to Daniels. Down low, and stolen by Harris. And now the fast break, Ivy with the ball. Pass to Sasser. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Hawks. It's a 1-point game. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Ivy. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Marcus Sasser. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Hunter comes in for Johnson. Matthews, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Daniels. Here's Thompson, pass to Duren, so they take the lead. That's 7 points here for Jalen Duren.
This is why Duren shoots such a high percentage. He picks those smart shots within his range.
A nice shot by Young. And the Hawks lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And here is Duren. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. The Hawks on top, up by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity. okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Hardaway is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Paul Reed, and it's Moore in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Pass to Hunter. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. MP. Oh, MP staying with it through the contact. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Atlanta?
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Bufkin with the bucket.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Beasley for 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game. Now MP. Here's Bufkin. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Told his guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over, and you need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Inside. Here's MP. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Ivy. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Young passes to Johnson. Young taking his time here. Duran pulls it in.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Thompson misses.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
To the middle. Here's MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 assists now tonight. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Harris. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Johnson. Pass to MP. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Here's Harris, covered by Johnson. It's good, and the Hawks lead has got down to 6 points. That one good from Tobias Harris.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
MP finds Johnson. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Thompson in the corner. Duran up top. Rebound, Atlanta.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Here's Harris. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
They count on Harris to get their offense going. He delivers.
And an intentional foul right there. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And they double up MP. Pass to Young. Rizichet with it. Young outside. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Harris on the double team. And it's good for 2. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Complete confidence in the clutch. MP seizing the moment.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 6. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
And here's Ivy. Duran a screen. And here's Harris from the arc. The shot missing. And now we've got the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. 5 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so the Hawks take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.